Hi lovelies. Today is one day before week 23, so I'm 22 weeks and 6 days. But I wanted to go ahead and get this video up and do a 23-week update and let you know what's been happening since week 19, now that my stuff is working again finally. So it has been a really hectic month, and trying to get everything sorted out and all of the appointments together was insane. So we were supposed to have our ultrasound in week 20, like literally only a few days after my last update, and that didn't happen. The ultrasound tech called out sick that day, that morning, and I was so upset, and I calmed down over time. I had work and stuff to do to keep me busy, but I was so upset because you build up to that moment and you schedule it so far out, and to have it be canceled was really a roller coaster for me, because then I was like, now we have to wait until she can reschedule us to find out what we were having, and I really wanted to know what we were having. Now that I had adapted to the idea of, oh, we're gonna find out, now I really wanted to know. So when she finally did get around to calling us, our appointment was supposed to be on Thursday. She called us on Monday, because the ultrasound tech does her own scheduling for the clinic, because she has carpal tunnel, and so she schedules her people so that it doesn't flare up and then she like misses weeks worth of work. So she called us on Monday and she couldn't get us in at all that week, so we had to wait until the following week on Tuesday to get our ultrasound. So we actually didn't get the ultrasound until 21 weeks and 6 days, like the day before week 22. So we found out literally a week ago today. And I will put all of the ultrasound pictures at the end of the video. That way you guys can see them. She did give us a CD. I'm sorry guys, I'm really shaky today with this camera. She gave us a CD of the ultrasound pictures, which was so awesome. And I just gotta say, the experience of getting an ultrasound and like seeing like a little person inside your body is very surreal, and the whole experience was very surreal for me. I thought that I would be more emotional watching it and like being there, and it was almost like I was there and I was loving it and I was enjoying it, but it was almost like not real yet, like wow. And I knew that once, it's one of those things that if you worry or if you think about, what's wrong with the baby or is there something wrong, you can go the whole pregnancy up until that point, thinking, oh, the baby's fine and it's all in one piece. And then once you get that ultrasound and she puts the wand on you and you actually see what it looks like, you're like, I don't know if I want to know, I just want to keep on going, not knowing, and just be like, okay, let's see it when it comes out, But I was so happy and thankful because everything came out perfect on the ultrasound, and the baby looked absolutely healthy and adorable and was moving around like crazy, and it was just awesome. And I didn't cry. I thought I was going to cry. I didn't cry. The husband didn't cry, but he was very emotional, and it was just a really great experience, and the ultrasound tech was really great. And so, yeah, it was all around, it was a great visit, and I was so happy. And I know y'all are waiting for, like, the big gender reveal and what is it. And I might do that in this video, or I might wait until the end, and maybe tack on a little bit of a clothing haul, because then I went out and got a few things. But yeah. On another note, I feel amazing. This is probably the best I have felt through the entire pregnancy. I have only had a couple of episodes where I would get panicky, and I started to notice that it's when I'm around a lot of people. Like, I get on sensory overload and I can't shut things out and I get overwhelmed. And I was like, oh, that's good to know. So anytime I start to get that feeling, I leave wherever I am so that I can calm down and just be by myself. I'm trying to be more conscious and take more time for myself mentally and emotionally, which I didn't realize I hadn't been doing until recently, and I was like, I really need to pay more attention to this. And that has been helping a lot. So the last couple of weeks I've been really great, and I've not had any really crazy symptoms. When I did have my OB visit the week before last, they did discover that I had a bacterial infection, and so then I went on an antibiotic, not an oral antibiotic though, it was a vaginal antibiotic, which actually helped a lot, and I didn't even notice it was like a huge thing until I started them, and I was like, oh, that is so much better. And I was like, okay. And I finally finished with that, so that just like makes me very happy. So I've been in a really great mood, and I've been feeling really great, and I've had tons of energy. And so yeah, that's been awesome. And I'm feeling the baby move all the time, which I kind of feel like, okay, so the baby's moving around a lot all the time. And so if it doesn't move as much as it did the day before, it kind of makes me nervous, and I have to remind myself to calm down and that it's okay, and that there's going to be days where it moves more than others. But that has been so wonderful because I'm starting to like kind of pick up on the patterns of waking and sleeping, and I'm excited to kind of like connect with that a little more. And it's getting bigger, so of course I'm going to feel it more. And I'm trying to enjoy this time now because I know that in another month or two I'm going to be much bigger and much more uncomfortable. So I'm really just trying to enjoy the moment as it comes. So yeah. It's been an awesome few weeks, and everything is going really well. My husband and I are taking a centering pregnancy course together. The Durham Women's Health Alliance, where I go to for my care, offer your standard OB and midwife visits, or they offer centering pregnancy, where you get to be in a room with other couples, and they do all your midwife stuff, and they still take your urine and your blood pressure and all that good stuff. But you do it with them, and you chart it for yourself, and then they talk about all of these different things throughout the pregnancy. It's not like a full course, like the last one we did was in like an introduction to breastfeeding. So they didn't go into huge detail about breastfeeding, but they gave you all the basic information and choices. And then they also have resources for you if you want to look into it more. And that was wonderful because I really wanted to do something where I could be a part of a group and meet other people and other expecting mothers. And everybody in there is having their first baby. And that was just, I think that was awesome too, because we can all relate, and you could cut the fear in that room with a knife, like all of the unexpectedness and the anxiousness surrounding being pregnant, being a new mom, and a new dad. So it was good, and I think that we all kind of warmed up to each other and could help each other through that, because we can all tell that we were all so anxious about it and didn't know what to do. So that has been really great, and I've really enjoyed the midwives there. Have been really great and really supportive, and I'm going to have so many more options than I thought I would have been able to have. They do deliver in a hospital, and so the hospital regulates a lot of what they can do, but they actually have a lot of like loopholes in there. I'm not sure what kind of system they have set up, but they can do pretty much whatever they want, and the hospital regulations are just kind of, put to the side, which I thought was really interesting, so that they can do water births, which hospitals don't really promote that. And, you can have all your birthing balls and you can labor in whatever position you want. Unless there's some sort of emergency, then everything is still available to come in and take care of the situation. So yeah, it's really cool, and I've really enjoyed working with them and talking with them, and everybody's been really great there. They're very attentive, which is great, because I don't feel I would really get that anywhere else. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and do a belly shot for you guys. And then hopefully I'll be able to get a good one. And then I will put all the ultrasound pictures in there. And then I will talk to y'all in my next video. Peace. Okay, so here's my belly shot, and I'm going to try and get a good one for you guys. I was super excited because I found this really cute, cheap dress that I think is going to grow well with my belly, and I'll try and get on the wall behind me where it's actually white and you can see it. So, let's see if I can get a good one, shall we? There it is. Baby belly. And it hasn't grown a whole lot over the last few weeks. You can't really see it from the front with this dress because it's so dark. But yeah, it hasn't grown a lot in the last few weeks, but I can definitely feel it, and I'm poking out, and that just makes me so happy. So I wanted to share it with you guys.